A very warm welcome to you. It's indeed a pleasure to have you join us again on Almond Finance and Wealth Reports this week. As you know, we are source for latest happening information in the financial sector of the nation's economy. Many thanks also to our partner on this program, Standard Alliance Life Assurance Limited, for their continued support. My name is Faith Uwode. On this edition of the program, we'll kick off by bringing you a continuation of the exclusive interview I had with Chief Dr. Dipo Bailey, who started the Professionals Forum of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria in 1991 when he was president and chairman of council of the institute, plus other sundry issues affecting the Nigerian insurance industry. Plus, on this edition of the program, we bring you a tale of two presidents. First, we bring you highlights of the press briefing held by Mr. Fatai Kayode Lawal, president of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, with members of the National Association of Insurance Correspondents, NICO, where he briefed them about what he's been up to since he assumed office about 3 months ago. Plus, we also bring you highlights of the farewell lunch with members of the same National Association of Insurance Correspondents, NICO, with Barrister Laide Osijo, whose tenure as president and chairman governing board of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers is gradually coming to an end. Plus, our regulars on the program, our Voice Pop segment, Waiting Insurance They Do Serve, and the Insurance Talk Celebrities edition. I urge you as always to sit back, relax, and spend this time with us, but all the details are coming to you after this break. Please stay with us.
Are you satisfied with your insurance policy? Do you have issues with your claims payment? Do you want a better service delivery from the insurance industry? If yes, join other policyholders chat one-on-one with underwriters, insurance brokers, and insurance regulators on Friday, 25th October 2013 at the Function Room, Muzon Center by 10 a.m. for the Maiden Insurance Consumers Forum under the chairmanship of Sir Ogala Osoka, MFR, former Managing Director, Nigeria Re. This event is supported by the National Insurance Commission, NICOM, Nigerian Insurance Association, NIA, Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, CIIN, and the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, NCRIB. For inquiries, call 01776 3981, 0803 3357879, 0818 5216318, or visit www.almondreport.com. See you there.
Moving on straight to our exclusive interview with Chief Dr. Dipo Bailey, former Commissioner for Insurance and one-time President of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria. Chief Bailey started the Professionals Forum of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria in 1991 when he was President and Chairman of Council of the Institute. Today, the Professionals Forum of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria has remained a platform where issues germane to the growth and development of the entire insurance industry is discussed annually. The Professionals Forum, the very first Professionals Forum that you had, if you recall, what was the attendance like?
Oh yeah, the attendance
and
was...
where was the venue?
The venue was at the Gateway Hotel in Ijebu-Ode. We had, like I said, my idea was to bring in people to come and tell us more about things that we don't know, which we do every year now, in one form or the other, even including the issue of health and so on. The lecturer at that time was one Professor Momo at the University of Lagos, a very erudite scholar who came to talk to us about psychology. It was like so many people had never had that subject, and the exposition was so good that we were grateful to God that we learned something that time. And just coincidentally, we've had the Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria, even as at that time, though at its embryonic stage, just starting. And you will be surprised, the Olowu that was there before the current Olowu in Abeokuta took over was the one who was the president of APBN at that time. And we had happened to be friends because we were in Rotary together. We have been in Rotary together for quite some time. I was able to encourage him to please come and be the chairman of that maiden edition. And if you can get APBN to support what you are doing as the umbrella body for the professional bodies in Nigeria, you started very well. Yeah, Dr. Architect Odeleye, he was the one who came and was the chairman. And we had quite a lot of people who came, almost all the chief executives. Even the ones who felt right would not succeed. I don't know, maybe they came to see whether it will fail or... So quite a number of the younger ones also came. And we had a very full hall. It was a very successful beginning.
Okay. Now, moving on, you were at the forum in Ibadan about 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
But that was how I came with this, the reason why we're having this conversation.
Yes.
It was amazing to see how the number of people that turned out for the Professionals Forum.
Yes.
Now, looking back, does it still align with the initial vision you had 22 years ago?
Honestly, what we have seen, even though it's overwhelming, at the last educational conference in Ibadan, Professionals Forum in Ibadan, to me, is just the tip of the iceberg. We had hundreds of people attending, but we are talking about thousands of professionally qualified people in this country for whom this forum is meant. So I can assure you and advise the organizer to prepare for, I don't know, a tsunami in course of time of professionals coming in for the next one. Because the last one we had with that large number was one of the most successful forums we have ever had.
Yes.
Everybody was happy. And one thing you need to do is to encourage people to come and taste the pudding. And once they find that it is sweet, they will take a little bit of it and give to other people to taste, who will want to go back to where that sauce was and take a bitter chip of it. So I was so encouraged. In fact, like I told them, even if that was going to be my last day on earth, I could leave this earth, because we are all going one time or the other.
But not yet.
Yeah, like they said, that I was not going anywhere, and I know I'm not going anywhere, for a long time to come. I do know, but just in case, one would just sleep smiling, because what you started had become something that is now indestructible after you. So it was a successful outing. It was very overwhelming, but the greater things are still to come about attendance and the quality of the forum.
Okay, today the Institute boasts of about 3,500 professional members.
Yes.
In your views, is that good enough?
It is not good enough. It is not good enough. How many members do we have in ICANN, including students? Long time ago, I heard there were 40,000. How many people do we have in the other sectors? We are not there yet. There is a problem.
What is the problem?
Probably because people don't see the essence of insurance in this country. And probably the young ones don't see what progress they can make in the insurance industry. If you talk about the banking sector, everybody wants to work in the bank. Everybody wants to be a lawyer. Everybody wants to be this and that. But the insurance profession in the past had never had a real good image. Let us call a spade a spade. Before the National Insurance Commission Act came into force, we had quite a lot of charlatans in the insurance industry who were parading themselves as senior managers and the rest all over. That was the time we had agents of insurance
whose house and office and everything.
Very, very, very. Let me use the word scruffy. You called yourself an insurance plan at that time. No matter whatever your level of education, they equate it to this kind of people. Was that where these young ones were going to be part of? But we thank God today that image has changed. You cannot differentiate an insurance man now from a man working in the bank.
Or in any of
it. You know, I'm so grateful to God for my beautiful sisters, brothers and sisters. They look well dressed. They not only looking well dressed, they look even well in the figure.
Yourself inclusive.
Yeah, well, you can say that again. I'm not a young man, but anywhere people see me, they say, sir, you are looking well.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Because of where we have taken the insurance industry, the level we've taken it to now. I used to fight my colleagues in other professions when I was commissioner for insurance. And they wanted not to say that the insurance sector was a poor cousin of the banking sector. And they felt to know that they can ride us like they used to be. I told them, you know, that with my leadership, that must be a thing of the past. If you are using the insurance industry as a footmat before, it had become a red carpet. In fact, a beautiful white snowy fall. When you want to step on it, you have to be very, in fact, to remove your shoes. And that's the level we have brought the insurance industry today. The insurance men did not have much hope as to how to move up in life. If you take most of the parastatals, you never can get an insurance man who ever rose to become the chief executive of that parastatal. The best you rose to was the senior manager or whatever of the insurance section of such places. Whereas accountants, lawyers, and the rest of them, they're always there. Why? Is it not the same brain? I had a choice of being an engineer. I went to the School of Science, 63, 64. Physics, applied maths, pure maths, engineering, drawing, physics, and so on and so forth. Applied mathematics. Went to England to go and study engineering. I was told, go into accountancy or insurance. Don't waste your time. Insurance was just building up. That was 1966. This is the brain of engineering that I eventually took to insurance. Why are you telling me there's something wrong with my brain? Why are you telling me there's something wrong with the brain of my brothers and sisters? If they had become accountants and engineers and doctors and the rest, they would have excelled. So don't say it anymore. I had a battle, and I thank God I did not care whatever people said. Insurance industry has proved itself now with my beautiful ladies and gentlemen that are operating that place. So, and you know that not sooner that I started this battle, we had one of our members who became the MD of a bank in this country, rising from senior manager of the insurance department, Omoyemi of Wema Bank. We have series of them who are taking up serious positions in these days, because my people are no longer people of insurable interest and not much good faith anymore. They are now ACII, LLB, BL, IKCA, CFCA, and so on and so forth. They are diversified. So which area do you want to pick your leadership from that will not find them there?
I think for me that a lot of Nigerians still don't have no confidence in the insurance industry or the way it is done here in Nigeria, because there's always this problem of when it comes to claim payments, there's unnecessary delay. Sometimes there are certain things that at the beginning, at the time you were taking the policy, okay, that were not disclosed to you. At the time that the unfortunate incident event has occurred and you processing claims, you begin to see all sort of things that but I think there's what I just need to say, that there's need really for improvement by the practitioners, the insurance companies, and then even the regulator, NICOM. There's a need for them to do more of better regulation on the part of NICOM, and then on the part of the insurance company themselves. There's need for them to also go out there and actually let people know the benefits.
Alright, moving on straight to highlights of the press briefing of Mr. Fatai Kayode Lawal, President and Chairman of Council of the Chartered Insurance Institutes of Nigeria. Mr. Fatai Kayode Lawal recently briefed members of the National Association of Insurance Correspondent (NICO) on what he's been doing since he assumed office as president about 100 days ago. That will be closely followed with highlights of the farewell lunch with members of the National Association of Insurance Correspondent by Barrister Laide Osijo, whose tenure as president president and chairman governing board of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers is gradually coming to an end. No doubt, the consensus is Barrister Laide Osijo is leaving the NCRIB better than she met it.
I wish to state that we have overcome the euphoria of the investiture. We have passed that stage now. We have settled down to the fulfillment of our pledge to serve our institute. I have no doubt in my mind that the media will remain our invaluable ally in this pursuit. It is our belief that by getting more people educated about the profession and business of insurance, we shall be able to deepen our market and make insurance relevant in personal, business and government affairs of our nation. I am pleased to inform you that the Governing Council has commenced action on the most critical steps necessary for achieving the desired objectives of this presidency. For example, we have inaugurated committees of writers with a deadline to produce an insurance textbooks for the teaching of insurance as a subject in secondary school in Nigeria. This vital step is not only desirable as our contribution to the body of knowledge on insurance, but it is also critical as a complementary effort in actualizing the approval of insurance by the Federal Ministry of Education as a course of study for secondary school students in Nigeria. Let me also inform you that other fundamental steps are being taken in pursuit of the broad objective of the team of this presidency. About 3 weeks ago, we had a workshop on Nigerian bottling company claim, which was intended to expose participants to what happened in that loss some 3 years ago. It was a flood damage. There was heavy flood in Lagos. And Nigerian bottling company had a fireplace. That other one was one. It was a major fire claim, and quite a number of companies were caught unaware. And we felt the lessons of that claim should be documented and learned by members so that they can use it as a model for assessing other future losses and for proactively reducing exposure to losses in similar cases in the future.
Gradually, the tenure of Barrister Laide Osijo, the 16th President and Chairman Governing Board of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers (NCRIB), and the very first female in the Council's 52 years of existence, is coming to an end. Barrister Osijo has scored so many firsts during her tenure of office. One of such firsts is the recently held farewell lunch for insurance journalists under the auspices of the National Association of Insurance Correspondents in appreciation of the overwhelming support which she enjoyed since the inception of her office. In the presentation of her scorecard to the press, Barrister Osijo said that the role of the press in a fragile industry such as insurance cannot be overemphasized.
I need bold to say that insurance journalists have positioned themselves as the most responsive and development-oriented professionals in the pen industry today. Suffice it to say that the press, which represents the fourth estate of the realm, could not be relegated to the background in the scheme of things. The role of the press is even more integral in a fragile industry such as ours, with the besetting problem of negative image driving down the level of insurance acceptance in the country. it still remains a source of worry that the insurance industry still contributes below 1% of the country's GDP to date. The fact remains that there is no way there will be expected buoyancy of our national economy without a vibrant insurance industry. So the fate of national economy is tied to the growth of insurance industry and vice versa.
Apart from the completion of the ultra-modern NCROIB house by Barrister Osijo, her tenure of office also scored high in the areas of professionalism, empowerment of area committees of the NCROIB, manpower development, improving government and institutional relations, and a host of other achievements. Expressing NICO members' gratitude to the outgoing president, the president of the National Association of the Insurance Correspondents, Mr. Modestus Anasoroye, thanked Barrister Osijo for the gesture and also enjoined her to keep the communication channel with journalists open after her tenure of office.
On behalf of my colleagues, the 31 member of the National Association of Insurance Correspondents, we want to sincerely express our joy and appreciation to the President of the NCRI, one for counting us worthy to be the first constituency the stakeholders she's calling together to reel out her achievements in office. Right from the time she took office, she has always taken the association very seriously. And this we can also see in the way she has related with us individually and as a group. I want to say that we've not had it this good for many years back. Why? Because we had other presidents we could not relate very closely. We could not call at any point in time to ask questions. We could not call to say what is happening in the industry and we get response.
Some journalists also expressed their thoughts on Barrister Osijo's tenure of office. Although Barrister Osijo is the first female president of the NCROIB, her tenure of office has no doubt been very eventful, having scored so many high points. As this Amazon steps down from this exalted office, she can boldly say she came, she saw, and she conquered.
Hello good people, my name is DJ Ziz. Welcome to the Vanilla Studio. You know how they go now. Insurance is very important. You have to get your stuff insured as much as you can, big or small, because anything will happen, man, you're on your own. You know, I've got almost everything insured, so you should get your stuff insured as well. You know, because you never know what can happen. Nobody knows tomorrow. Get your stuff insured. Alright people, peace out.
Alright, that's the time on this edition of the program. I do hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I always say here, for comments, questions, observations, do feel free to get in touch with us on 017763981 or 08033357879, or better still send us an email, almond4xx@yahoo.com or almondproduction@gmail.com. You can also visit us on our website www.almondreports.com. You can also view past episodes of this program from our website. Many thanks to our partner on this program, Standard Alliance Life Assurance Limited, for their continued support. Do not forget also to join us every Wednesday by 9:45 a.m. live on Niger FM 102.7 for our Pidgin English program called Waiting Insurance They Do Serve. I'd also suggest you keep your diary open for 25th of October 2013 for our Maiden Insurance Consumers Forum coming up at the function room of the Moson Center here in Lagos. It's a platform we've created for the insuring public to come and interact with insurance regulators, insurance brokers, insurance underwriters, tell them what you want them to do to make the insurance more attractive to you and members of your family. My name is Faith Ugwode. Until same time, same station next week, but we'll come your way with a fresh package of this program. From all of us here is goodbye.